Six Talks.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Six Talks.
We're back again, baby. Woo!
How
Let's
you
go.
doing? How you doing?
I'm doing good because we got playoff basketball on, and it's very, very hype.
I mean, we were just gonna finish tonight.
What's been going on with you? It's been two weeks since our last episode. Have you been keeping up? Anything going on? Like anything new? Like what's
I
happening?
love how he asks, but he knows what's going on.
No, I don't know what's
He
happening.
wants me to bring up my quarterfinals loss.
I actually didn't. That actually was not my intention at all. But I'm glad you brought it up. So what happened? Like give us a little breakdown.
I mean, we were shorthanded.
I will give you that. Your best player wasn't there.
I was low-key like cooking in the
The
first half.
the best player on the team wasn't there that day.
I was cooking. You saw my highlights. you
Yeah.
know.
Okay.
I was able to get deep in my bag. But honestly, we ran out of gas at the second
Yeah.
half. Like
You
we
guys
had the lead, and then it's just their defense. I must say, bro, we're gonna talk about the Pacers, but like we got in the huddle and be like, yo, this team plays like the freaking Pacers. Like they just love to run.
Yeah.
And their defense, they like full court pressed us. And as soon as they started the full court press, we just had like we couldn't do anything.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't like your guys' build. Like skill wise, you guys weren't bad. It's just I feel like you didn't have any bigs. Like it's just you out there,
Bro.
Like,
I could not.
Yeah,
take
I don't think you drafted like well enough. Or your
Yeah,
guys
I
didn't.
fully agree.
Shout out to him. He's a great player. He's insane. But like I don't think you drafted a good enough team.
The big man.
Yeah.
Really hurt
Also,
us.
like, because that's the thing. Like, I feel like looking at the teams right now, the best teams are the ones that had their big men as the captains. You know what I
Yes.
mean?
Like for example,
like-
the
like-
Angels.
Yeah.
Mason's not their big man, but he
he
can
can play.
like
He
a
can
big
play as a big
You
man.
know what I mean?
So like those people don't have to focus on getting one,
Exactly,
because they
yeah.
already had one. And the team you lost to,
Yeah.
their first round pick was used on a big man.
Yeah.
So like,
I mean, technically, I am
yeah,
considered.
you
a
are
big
considered,
man,
but like you're
the
a
guy-
smaller big man.
The guy I versed was 6'5".
Yeah.
So like there was times I'm boxing him out, but there's no one else to help me grab the rebound. You
Yeah.
know, bro, that guy was getting one hand rebounds. Like
No,
what?
I know, I
Like I
know.
stopped blocked. I
Like,
just couldn't do anything.
we have a Russell. He's like 6'2" or whatever. So like, thank
But
God.
the thing with Raza, me and Raza's height are the exact same. His arms are
Yeah,
really
he's like,
long.
bro, he's Wemby. Like he's actually he's actually Wemby. Like it's insane. But yeah, I'm excited. We got semis on Saturday, so should be fun. But yeah,
Going back to the game, I wanted to mention something. Oh yes, so I played the whole game. I didn't take a break.
Yeah.
They call timeout. They're up 10.
yeah,
Right? They're like, okay, we have a comfortable lead. Let's take our big man off. Bro, he goes to get water. He comes back. He was out for a minute and a half.
Yeah.
We went on a 12-0 run.
yeah. And then
And
he
we
came
extended.
back on.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
And then I was talking to the captain. He's like, damn, bro, I thought I could let my guys play, but you guys just came out there.
Nah,
Because, like,
literally.
okay, like, not to be cocky, but, like, he was, like, one of the only guys that could match up with me with height-wise. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I was just you saw those things. Like, I scored,
Yeah.
like, 6 points as soon as he
Yeah,
came up.
yeah, yeah.
Because I had the paint all to myself. But when he was there, it was, like, basically nothing
It's
to
so
generate.
funny seeing your reaction after a loss because you're a very competitive guy. So
Yeah.
seeing you upset it's very funny.
I wasn't
And I'm an ultimate rage baiter, huh?
What was that cheese?
No, you weren't that pissed. You actually called me, which I was like, all right, so I guess he's not that mad.
No,
But-
you called me.
Oh, did I?
Yeah,
Oh, then
yeah.
you probably were mad. But
No,
what's
because
it?
I got home at, like, 12:30.
Yeah. What's it called? You were the only time the most mad I've seen you, and like I actually felt bad because I wanted to talk trash, but I held back a little bit. Was after our game. You were actually like really.
Was I?
You were so pissed off. I was like, damn, bro. I don't want him to be like that mad at me or think I'm weird or something. Because I
don't think so.
I started trash talking you a little bit after the game.
Yes.
You like fully like ignored me and walked
yeah,
away.
yeah,
I was like,
yeah,
damn, bro, really?
I see what you mean.
You were
But then I was,
pissed,
I
man.
was like laughing it off with Chubby.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's cool, but like,
I think you pissed me off because you got a charger. That's all you bring up, bro.
Because what's it called? You want to know why I keep bringing it up? I actually wouldn't because I know like guys. Molly's
For
better-
context, me and Yousuf played against each other.
Yeah.
And he told me, he's like, yo, I'm gonna draw a charge on you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, you won't.
And like, what's it called? Because let's be honest, you're a better basketball player than me. You've been playing for a couple of years now. You're taller, like you know what you're doing out there. I'm just there for hustle and like defense. But I said all I could do out there is get a clippable moment where I could constantly, if you ever talk trash about my basketball skills, I could take that charge. And I said a charge specifically because I know your bag. And it is 2021 Pascal Siakam. Just helicopter, bro. Spin move after spin move. And the charge actually wasn't off a spin move. It was the guy guarding you got caught up on a screen. So I helped off and I actually set my feet properly.
Yeah.
Took the charge and
I think someone was guarding me, so I was trying to get away.
Yeah,
from
no,
him.
it was a
Right
good
there.
screen, and
Yeah.
I helped off him. And like, if I didn't take the charge, you probably would have scored. So I just set my feet, took the charge,
And then he tried drawing another charge, and
Yeah,
he
it was
died
so funny.
frontwards.
I think if I died backwards, they would have called it a charge. I gotta lie, but I don't know. I was just a tad bit late. If I was a little early,
I love the
would've
refs,
taken
bro. One thing about me is I don't complain to the refs.
Yeah.
I'll always go to them and be like, yo, listen, like, tell me what I did wrong. So this ref looked at me. He's like, yo, you're playing good? My bad. I missed you on a call for one of them. I'm like, my shit.
Yeah, yo, the refs like got pissed off at me because I didn't know that. First of all, FIBA rules are the most like. You guys need to change this next year. We cannot be playing FIBA rules again next year. Like it is so stupid. First of all, I understood the 3-second in the key. I knew that from beforehand. The fact that in FIBA, if you're shooting in shooting motion, you can catch your own airball miss. That's the most stupid rule I've heard of in my life. Like that's literally it's just a travel. You're just changing the rules of basketball. Defensive three, fine. It's like just a different. That's just a rule, you know what I mean? It's a violation you're changing.
I agree.
A travel is just like a rule in basketball that you can't do.
I agree with you, but I also disagree with you. And here's my take on it.
Yeah.
You see, like, okay, I think the thing that it can be like kind of deemed retarded is because like you can be like, oh, someone can just say they're going for a shot.
Yeah.
And then, but I feel like that's up to the ref.
Yeah,
You know?
but I don't think we should have. I think the whole point of rules, you have to minimalize judgment calls. That's why the NFL reffing is so stupid.
But then you can say the same thing about a transition take.
Nah, transition. That's what I mean. Like it's there's too many judgment calls in the NBA, man. It needs to be more stuff like by the book.
Yeah, but yeah, on that play, Yousuf was getting so cheesy. The refs like,
Yeah,
that's FIBA rules.
and he looked at me like I was stupid. Like, bro, because
like,
no one knows that rule.
if
Every single bro, they stopped playing. The team that got it, they stopped playing. No one knows that rule, bro. Why are we playing FIBA rule? Like, it's so stupid. It's dumb as hell. But listen,
semifinals. I'm hyped for this week.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be in attendance. You already know.
Yeah,
Got
you
a
have
award
to
ceremony.
be in attendance.
Yeah, bro. Honestly,
like,
it sucks, bro. Like, part of me is like, shit, bro. I just want to sit home.
I was
and chill.
I was bored. I didn't want to play last week. I wish we could have played like a friendly.
I told them.
Yeah.
I actually brought up that I'm like, why don't we just have a friendly between the first seed and the second seed?
Yeah, just for fun.
And
you
they're
know?
like, nah.
just for vibes. But it's okay.
I tried. I did my part.
Thank you.
But yeah, I got a job. You're starting Monday.
Word.
That's something else.
We're not jobless.
I was never jobless.
You need to censor that. You need to censor that word.
I need
Job. You need to censor the word job. You don't be on TikTok enough. Anyways,
no clue what you're saying.
the
But
people-
I was
if you know, you know.
employed.
Yeah,
I was
okay, fair
employed.
enough.
I did get an internship. But we have a lot of basketball to talk about.
Yeah.
How have you been enjoying these playoffs?
This has been such an entertaining playoffs. It's really refreshing. Love comebacks. Love close games. A lot of close games actually.
Yeah.
It's like it's really cool to see because these series, man, there's a lot of storylines there, and seeing them go down to the wire, it really excites me, man. And I feel like the East has been better playoffs wise than the West this season.
Which is kind of crazy because the West have the better teams.
Yeah, literally. But
because I feel like the series we were hyped about. I mean, we've had.
I think the West has had the best series in each round. But overall, I would say the East has been better in my opinion. It's been more entertaining.
Yes, I think the East has have had closer games.
Yeah,
and that's
a lot more
from
closer
the
games
end.
because the East teams keep blowing leads. Man.
Yeah.
It's insane. Like I feel like, and the West has had a lot of blowouts. It's crazy.
Yeah, like that Rockets series. That was a good series. Yeah. Rockets Warriors.
And we haven't had a single entertaining Game 7, bro.
Yeah,
it's so annoying.
No, it sucks.
Like goddamn, man.
I mean, Knicks.
Yeah, hopefully the Knicks can force it. Like, I mean, they.
You want to start off with that series? We just watched Game 5.
Yeah.
We saw they extended their series.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, Game 1 was so crazy.
Yeah, it was so.
Like,
nuts.
I think when you go back and like watch like throwback classics, that's going to be one of them.
I will say, I think sometimes the most dangerous teams are ones that actually have like nothing to lose. Like over there, they're not expected to come back. So Aaron Neesmith's free to just chuck up
Exactly.
shots. Like, it's okay to chuck up threes. Knicks showed no urgency to stop him. They were laboring out there. It was
That, like,
you don't if he's hit like a couple in a row, you do not let him shoot. Let
Yeah.
someone else shoot an open shot. You know
as
what I mean?
much as the Pacers won that game, the Knicks
blew
lost
it,
those
yeah.
game.
They blew it, bro. It was insanely embarrassing.
Bro, one thing I want to mention, and I don't know if this is game one because I don't remember like everything about that game, but this whole series, Karl Anthony Towns has shot so many deep threes
Yeah.
with so much time left on the clock.
Yeah.
Like I started taking notes for today's game, and I'm like, you know what? Like, we're gonna record.
Yeah.
Let me take some notes. My first note: Karl Anthony Towns deep three ?
Yeah.
Like,
He takes a lot.
it's just like a whole possession breaker, and when you miss those, it's a long rebound, fast break for the Pacers.
The only man that should be allowed to do it is like Cat should only be allowed to do that when he's on fire.
Yeah.
And the only other man should be Jalen Brunson. But like literally no one else on the Knicks should be taking those deep threes.
Yeah.
And like, bro, Tyrese was insane. Neesmith was insane. That game winner was ridiculous. I thought it was a 3. He almost sold so hard. If he had lost that game after doing the choking emote, bro, I would have been like, nah, that's actually every bit of aura that Tyrese had. It would have been gone, bro. But they locked in. It was defensively, man. Like, they finally got stops.
Yeah.
And I will say, like, eventually, what's his name? There was a point where the Knicks, like, they went out with a lead to start overtime, and
Yes.
like they
And then
go
they
and
blew
they leave like Andrew Nemhard wide open for 3, and someone else gets a good look. Like,
I think you mentioned it perfectly. It's the Knicks lost the sense of urgency in that
bro,
game.
it's what's it called? Like, this has been a defensive. The Knicks win when they play defense. Let me read you the amount of points that the Pacers scored in their 3 wins versus their 2 losses: 138, 114, and 130 in their 3 wins. 194 in both their losses. Like, it's not a coincidence.
Yeah.
Like, bro, the Knicks didn't even score an absurd amount of points in both their wins. 106 and 111. Like, you know what I mean? That's in today's NBA. That's like a regular
it's like
score.
a regular score.
Whereas they scored 135 in a loss. Like, they scored 121 in a loss. Like, that can't happen. You need to lock in on the defensive end.
Tyrese Halliburton has been so good. Like, I love it for him that after all those overrated comments, he's shut that up completely, and he's just been hooping. Like, even game 4, he dropped like a 40. No, it wasn't. That was shade.
32.
Yeah, 32, 15.
32, 12, and 15 with zero turnovers, which is absolutely crazy. 4 steals. It's like insane.
What
man.
do you think of the adjustment that the Knicks made of starting Robinson?
You know what? Like, it was interesting. I think Josh Hart has had a disappointing series at times. I think there's like a stat that they are heavily into the minuses whenever he's on the court, which I think
That's
is
also
little,
for Jalen.
I think it's a little unfair, honestly, because Josh Hart is hustle, man. You need a player like that to win championships, and you saw it. Like, he was struggling a little bit today, and then he had like a little stretch where it was hustle that gave the Knicks an even bigger lead.
It was the game 3.
Yeah.
Even like he had huge rebounds, like 3 huge rebounds.
I think with Josh Hart, it's sort of his game's taken a step back as soon as that 3 stopped falling. Like, if you remember last year and at the start of this year, man, when the 3s falling, he was ridiculous, bro. He was so goddamn good, and the 3 stopped falling. I think a big when you're talking about adjustments, underrated adjustment I want to give for the Indiana Pacers. They've been playing Tony Bradley, and he has neutralized Mitchell Robinson somehow, and like fair play to him, fair play to Rick Carlisle.
Even Ben Shepherd, he checked in. In game 1, and we're like, yo, what the hell is happening? And he, again, it's versus Jalen Brunson, one of the best players in the NBA. But he held his own against him, for the most part.
Yeah, it's cool. They have three main players that could genuinely guard Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, Nemhard.
Ben Shepherd, Nemhard, and TJ McConnell. TJ McConnell, bro, is he's so reliable. And I will say this, I feel like every NBA championship team has that one player that's just constantly reliable. Like, he always has a good game. You know what I mean? He's so goddamn reliable. Last year he was good as well.
No, I'm saying like in the champion.
Exactly. Yeah. Like,
the year before that, the Nuggets had
Bruce Brown. Like, it's just that player that brings you that consistency, like off the bench, or in Derek White's case, he was starting. But you know what I mean, right?
I know what you mean. Like,
it became Fred for us, like when we won the
even Kyle
chip.
Lowry in our.
But Lowry's a main piece. I'm talking
True.
more so like the
Yeah.
extras, you know. But like TJ McCollum's been so good against Boston. He was really good, and yeah, he's that consistent piece. And I think like I don't know, man. It's weird because they go to him as a scoring option, which you would think as a player who can't shoot the three at all, he gets to his spots so well.
Yeah.
And
talking about adjustments, another adjustment that I feel like the Knicks have made that's been huge is playing Shamet and DeLon Wright instead of
which is so weird that DeLon Wright is playing meaningful minutes in a playoff game in 2025.
Same thing with Shamet. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, literally, bro.
Shamet he had a big shot today.
Dude, defensively, he's been insane.
There was that one play where,
and dude, that's what it is. Like those are the minutes that like wins New York the game.
Yeah.
Like they don't care, bro. New York will get their shots, man. Their shots will fall eventually. It's the defensive end that builds that momentum for them to hit the shots, and Landry Shamet brought that. Like,
because the thing is with the Pacers, they play with pace and they play with momentum.
Yeah.
As soon as they're on the run, you can't stop them because that's what builds their confidence. Like we mentioned in our preview for this day, when they have a 20-point lead, they'll add to that. You know, like, they never take their foot off the gas.
Yeah, it was funny. I said like if New York gives them a 20-point lead, they will not blow it, and they blew one in the series. So yeah, that was a very important game. The Knicks won two really massive games. I was gonna say something. One thing I will say, like speaking about the defense, like it's small plays that I know is like Deuce McBride today. Instead of they turn the ball over, and in transition they've given us so much this series. Pascal Siakam goes out in transition, and Deuce McBride fouls him hard.
And then
they ended up like what's it called
reviewing it.
They ended up reviewing it for a flagrant. It wasn't a flagrant.
It was not a flagrant.
They end up giving up an offensive rebound as well.
Yeah,
but my point is right. You don't give up an easy points, man. It's small stuff
Siakam,
like that.
At that point, was 3 for 6 from the free throw line,
and he struggled from the line. The
Pacers
Pacers have struggled from the line this series, man.
And
it's small stuff like that. Bro.
One thing we've seen this series. Game 1, the Knicks miss free throws. Mm-hmm. It hurts them. Yeah. Game 3, I'm pretty sure the Pacers miss important free throws. It hurt them. So
this game too, it hurt them. But like, yeah, you're not gonna win especially in today's NBA, you're not gonna win a game scoring 94 points. Like, guys like Andrew Nembhard need to be better. Like, you know what I mean? Tyrese has to be more aggressive. So you cannot be taking that. You cannot have Obi Toppin taking the second most shots.
And Van Gundy mentioned that on the broadcast. Like,
yeah.
Toppin has taken more shots than Tyrese Halliburton.
The one silver lining for Indiana from Game 6 or Game 5 that they can take, Jarris Walker, provide them some really good minutes. So maybe that's someone you go to in the next game.
His first shot of the game, first minute.
It was, and defensively he was super good as well. Pressure Achua gave him some good minutes.
And Cat came into this game with like an injury lingering, and he showed no signs. Like at times he was limping, up the floor, but I mean,
Cat has been so hot and cold this year. But one thing, man, defensively, he really needs to.
We watched the clip before the podcast, and we're like, the TNT crew was asking him about the.
He takes some stupid. And he's been doing it all playoffs long, man. It ain't just been the series. I feel like it's always Cat and foul. Not last year with the Wolves as well. Like it was against Memphis. I remember it was a crucial game, and this dude had like 4 fouls. And like in the playing games against the Clippers, this guy had 4 fouls. Like he gets in foul trouble so goddamn often.
Yeah,
like, it's so crazy.
It's always been an issue for him, and it's like dumb fouls. Why are you like holding Siakam when?
No, literally, yeah. Like what I mean, why are you? I don't get it, man. I really don't.
I think what set the tempo was the first quarter. Jalen Brunson had 14 points in the first quarter. He went scoreless in the second quarter, and then the third quarter he comes out and he drops like 15. So I mean. Their head of the snake had an amazing game.
My last piece that we haven't talked about is Pascal Siakam's incredible play. He's been so good.
He's been amazing.
I don't think I've seen him miss a right shoulder fadeaway all series long. Like every single every single time he's gotten to that spot, it has been as automatic as Shai goes.
Did you hear the broadcast today when Van Gundy's like he's 0 for 4 from the left?
Yeah, but no, that's what like it's crazy. Like it's specifically the right shoulder that he always hits from. It's insane. And the left, he missed a bunch today, but he's been getting. I liked it. I want to see more of what he did in Game 2. where
Yes,
he
he took
just
over.
got to his spot, bro. Get to your spot. They can't guard you 1-on-1, and when they're forced to bring the double team, that gets others open. Like, and Aaron Neesmith's gonna hit his shots. Tyrese will hit the open threes. Like, it's
Another
you
thing.
need to be aggressive, man.
Another thing is for Cat is you can't get those early foul troubles because here, let me check my notes.
And stop goddamn complaining.
Yeah, today at the 2:38 mark, right?
Yeah.
At the 4:17 mark, they hack a Robinson.
Yeah.
Right, to bring Achua into the
Yeah.
game. And if you're Rick Carlisle, you want Precious Achua in the game in 2025 Eastern Conference Finals.
They went on like a 7-0 run after that, but after that, Precious settled in a little bit.
He hit like
he was all right.
a huge and one.
Yeah, he had a big and
at
one.
the 2:38 mark. But like things like that is Robinson's great, but when they go and opt to do the hack of Robinson, you need to be there so you can come check back into the game. One thing I was surprised though is as soon as Achua came into the game, they took Thomas Bryant out because he was playing for Pascal Siakam. And I was thinking, I'm like, why don't the Knicks go small too and have OG come in for Precious? Because OG can hold his own against Siakam. Like, he's had the Siakam matchup.
I think more so it was for rest.
Yeah.
I don't think they wanted it. And Tom Thibodeau is starting to play a 10-man rotation in the playoffs, which I thought I would never see ever.
You know what's so funny? So this game was over. They
Yeah.
took Jalen Brunson out. And I see this man Hart and OG still there, and I'm like, "Yo, this man Tom Thibodeau wants to keep his rotation. Like who he played in the last those plays? He played Precious Achua, he played Landry Shamet, and he played DeLon Wright.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, just put in PJ Tucker, put in Cameron Payne.
One of these days, Hart's gonna slip on a banana peel or something in the last
Don't
minute.
say that, bro. That's what happened with Derrick Rose.
No, not wishing on it. I'm just saying, you shouldn't be doing that, man. Take
I know
him out.
he just holds his
it's
players
so
in
bad.
for too long, bro.
Yeah. But
It's scary. I'm like, yo, please just take him off. Call it time.
Game 6. What are the adjustments on both sides, in your opinion?
I don't know. The Knicks played such a good game. I don't know. The one thing you straight off the bat is Tyrese Halliburton has to be better. He cannot have single digit points as their leader,
Yeah.
And I know he's a facilitator and stuff like that, but he just wasn't generating enough shots.
Yeah. I feel like they went away from passing a lot more this game.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
And I think another thing about them, I was actually thinking this about, they haven't really done the hack of Robinson this series, and it makes sense because the whole thing about the Pacers is run in transition, play, with the flow of the game, and like Van Gundy mentioned, they didn't really play too much with the flow.
Here's the thing: they're gonna come out shooting, man. And if you're New York, you have to just bring the same intensity that you brought today. That's simple. There's no way they're gonna score 94 points next game.
Exactly, and at home too, you have to be. I think you mentioned the best defensively. I think with the Knicks, you have to start off hot.
Yeah.
And that's what they did this game. In the first quarter, they go into the lead, and then it's just the Pacers are playing catch up. Yeah. If you have to play catch up against the Pacers, you're screwed. Yeah. Because all the momentum.
That 20-point comeback ain't happening again.
Exactly. It's not happening again. Especially
maybe the old, and that's the biggest difference from the Pacers this year compared to last year. The old Pacers, man, defensively, they were so suspect that you couldn't count any team out against them because defensively they had so many struggles that any team could come back against them. This year they've been such a better defensive team that if you give them the lead, they'll put their hat on the neck. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's you can't give them
another thing to mention. Benedict Mathurin has been amazing the past 2 games. So I don't
finally
know if
it took him long enough.
I don't know if he sees more minutes. Next game. But it's going to be interesting. I really hope they can force a Game 7, though. I don't want to see this.
I want a good Game 7, man.
Yeah. Question is, do you think the series is over?
I have Indiana winning. I don't think it's over, but I don't think Indiana loses 3 in a row. I don't think Tyrese performs poorly in a couple 3 in a row. Yeah. I think Tyrese and Pascal were both really bad. We're both not the best today. I don't think Indiana, in my opinion, had a single player that I would consider good. Jarvis Walker.
Except Benedict Mathurin.
Yeah, other than Ben Mathurin, but even that, a meaningless point. They needed defense, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I
don't. It's not over. It's not over at all. It's so funny.
I think if the Knicks win Game 6, they're gonna win. I just don't see them losing a Game 7 at home after winning the last two.
Well, they lost the game 7 at home last year.
Yeah, that's true.
So I mean, it's definitely possible.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
And Indiana's really
Versus
good at
who
bouncing
was
back.
it again? The Pacers. Yeah, the
Yeah.
Pacers. Yeah, retarded.
Brother, I'm just saying, like, I find it so funny how, like, quickly the outlook of a series can shift. Like, people were just talking about it like it was over after game 5.
Literally.
Or game 4. And then now after this win, everyone's saying Knicks in 7. Like, it's so weird. Like, because, bro, 3-1 lead looks so much different to a 3-2 lead. Like,
Yeah,
it's
no,
insane.
for sure.
It's like that one win felt like the Knicks won, like, 3 in a row.
I
all of a
experienced that as a Warriors fan.
Yeah.
I was up 3-1.
Yeah.
And then I see they lose game 5, and I'm like, nah,
like,
bro.
3-2 looks just so scary.
No. And then you lose game 6 at home, and I'm
Yeah.
like, nah.
Yeah, nah, like,
Like, bro, I was devastated that game.
yeah.
That game was like torture for me.
Yeah.
Game 6? Oh my god.
That was really bad, man. But yeah, it doesn't matter anyways.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna be honest. Even if you beat the Wolves, bro, you ain't beating the Western Conference champion.
We
OKC
would have put a
Thunder.
better fight in.
Okay, congrats, but you're not winning anything. You're losing 6 max. Like
Cap.
that team.
That's more basketball.
That team is absolutely ridiculous. Overview of the series before we talk about the Thunder. I mean, like, it's just. I'll say this, bro, about them, right?
Wait, are you talking about the Thunder?
Yeah.
Before we move on to the Thunder, what's your predictions for the Pacers Knicks?
Oh, sorry, yeah. I think Pacers will win Game 6. I
think
do.
so. I think Knicks in 7.
I mean, yeah. Well, you're just like, what's it called? I feel like that is a self what's it called? Hoping pick.
For the
But
people that don't know, at the start of the season, I think before the Karl Anthony Towns trade, I had predicted we predicted our early finals, and I said Thunder Knicks. I'm still trying to find the clip because I promise you, if that happens,
he wants to clip farm, basically.
I will clip farm. You will see that clip on our social media.
if they come
Yousuf
back.
said Bucks or Philly, but
Yeah, that was bad. I want to do a video. Whenever
going back through our predictions.
No, I want to do a video like whenever we do whenever it's like a 5-year anniversary or something, or like some sort of milestone. I want to do our a video of our top 10 worst takes of all time.
Yeah.
The past, like, because we have like 4 seasons of takes. There's got to be some stinkers in
Maybe
there.
we can
bro.
do that this summer.
Yeah, maybe. I'll like what's it called? Just one day dedicated to just looking through all our episodes.
What's something that
like-
comes to mind?
Oh
I think
man,
Beal at 3.
Beal at 3 was really
That
bad.
was crazy.
I think I've like talked. I've hyped up a lot of like Raptors in the past that I can like you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I think I said OG Anunoby for MIP. That was really bad. Yeah. No, I said OG for DPOY as a
I think
Raptor,
there was a
like-
trade that we went through and we're like, that was the Sabonis and Tyrese Halliburton trade. I'm like, yeah, this is a win-win trade.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
remember that.
really?
Yes,
I remember. No, I remember hating on the Kings for that. Thank God. Like, but nah, there's got to be a bunch of bad.
I'm
things,
sure we
man.
talked. Actually, no, we didn't have this podcast during the PG trade, SJPG.
Yeah. One thing I was so glad because I actually went back to this episode to check out because I saw someone mention it. Remember back in the day when the Detroit Pistons won the draft lottery and there was the mock trade of SGA and the 6th pick for Cade Cunningham?
No, I do not remember that.
This is a big thing. There's reports of of like what's it
Sorry,
called?
finish.
The Thunder offering that to the Pistons.
Really?
And we were like, and I looked back. I was like, bro, please tell me I didn't call the what's it called?
Pistons,
The Pistons stupid. Yeah, but yeah, I called the Thunder stupid. Thank God. So thank God. Yeah, that is not a bad take. That's ridiculous. looking
Another
back.
thing is when we were so mad that we drafted Scotty over Suggs.
Yeah. No, but that was in the moment thing. I don't think I talked about it on the podcast. I remember crashing out like when it first happened.
Yeah.
But like I took it in, you know. I understood the pick afterwards. Like
We should actually do that. That's a really fun episode, but that's like
Yeah.
100
yeah,
episodes.
that's a lot. We have a lot of really bad takes, man. We have a lot of bad takes. I'm sure.
I
we
mean,
can
this
find them.
season we've had some terrible ones.
Dude, this season
I was so
alone.
high on the Pelicans, bro.
Yeah. Oh my God. I thought Philly was gonna be ridiculous. Damn, man, it's so bad.
Me and Yousuf have gone through like our first couple of episodes, and we're like, "Yo, that was
Yeah,
bad."
I don't know what we were thinking. It was like, but yeah,
An arrow.
we're here now, man. Thank God.
Improved setup.
No, for
Improved
real,
set.
for real, bro. But
Improved chemistry.
yeah, no, honestly, yeah. Like I don't know.
Hey guys,
Yeah, dude, the
How are you
first
doing?
episode is so bad. You said Hey guys, welcome to Six Talks. How we doing?
No, I think it was worse than that.
Hey, welcome to Six Talks. How's it going, guys?
How you guys going?
I went chilling, bro.
And
chilling,
then Ian's
yeah.
like, I'm good. And then
yeah.
it was just awkward silence.
Ah! It's so bad. And then the next episode, you bring copied numbers on the board podcast intro.
Through the wire at the
or
time.
through the wire at the time. And
No.
I didn't catch on because I wasn't watching.
It was Kenny for real.
Oh, whatever. Yeah.
What's the word, y'all, right?
Yeah. What's the word, y'all? I didn't catch on. I was like, yo, this guy came up with this fire ass tagline. I was like, no way.
How'd you clock?
Because I started watching Kenny, and I was like, I started watching his
Shout out
the
Kenny
podcast, and it's like, or whatever.
I'm a pro glazer for Kenny
And it
Beecham.
was like, oh my god.
He's actually
I was
my
like,
idol.
there's no way this guy. And then I started catching on that half of the things this guy was doing on early Six Talks was just like carbon copy.
No.
Like
that's not-
ideas, the same ideas,
No,
the same like.
ideas were not the same. No.
I X'd it out, bro. Like, you don't get the memes, bro. I don't listen. Move on.
But I just want to say, Kenny Beecham is the reason for this podcast.
Yeah.
So he's always gonna. We should get a poster of him right here.
That's insane. You have lost the plot. I'm a YouTuber. It's crazy. Like, Kenny, big fan, but like,
Shout out, Kenny Beecham,
yeah. But
king of the fourth quarter.
Wolves. Can we move on? Wolves Thunder. Well, I'm saying my point. I had a big point until we started talking about like this BS. My point was for the Thunder, right? Like, I think with them, it's so ridiculous because you have to have almost every single player on your team have a good game to beat them.
Yeah.
Like, and mainly your starting lineup. You saw it with the Nuggets. Like, they won the games that MPJ played well on.
Yeah.
You've seen it with the Wolves. They've won. Their only win was when the entire team played well. And like when they have multiple people play bad, they get blown out.
Yeah.
The Thunder can beat you if they have J-Dub and Chet playing back because SGA can go up. The Thunder can beat you if what's it called? J-Dub and Chet. And honestly, even if SGA has a less than elite performance, because Kaysen Wallace and Alex Caruso, who by the way, genuinely might be at times their second best player. I'm being so serious. His defensive impact is ridiculous. Like, I've never seen a guy this small be able to guard like 1 through 5 this well.
We didn't talk about the game 7, but yeah, like there was times that he switched on to Nikola Jokic, and
he was the main assignment.
Reason that Jokic got the turnover.
He was the main assignment on the MVP. That is a big man, and he was insane. And people like complain about the physicality. Fam, the other team can do it as well. And Minnesota did it in stretches in the last game, actually. Like, they what's it called? I know they got blown out, but like, what's it called? There were a couple plays where they actually played good physical defense. I was like, okay, this is how they could come back into the game. And then they just went away from it. And like, dude, if you let SGA get into the spot, he's going to score every time. You have to play a little bit dirty, bro. Mm-hmm. And I'm hoping, I will say it's weird because I think offensively, the Knicks have a better chance than the Pacers on beating OKC's defense. But defensively, I see Indiana as being that, like, you know, pesky team. Like, I don't think Indiana's defense.
I would think it's the opposite.
No.
The
Indiana
Pacers are the number one offense.
That's my point. I think offensively they can like be better against OKC's defense than Indiana.
No, but I'm saying Indiana is.
We need to get the monkey, like, you know, the monkey clapping thing over your head.
No, the Indiana Pacers have the number one offense in the NBA. But you think the Knicks would be a better offensive team against the Indiana Pacers?
Yes, I think so.
I see. I also do kind of see that. I see what you mean. Because a lot of the Pacers' offense is
transition.
They
do not turn the ball over. Like, it's insane. And what's it called? Defensively, New York's been so goddamn weak in these playoffs. Their victories have just been through scoring outbursts and like comebacks. Like, it's been insane. Even though they probably have the two better defenders than the Indiana Pacers.
They do,
Cal and OG. But like, still, man, as a team defensively, Cat has to step up.
Yes, he does. Because like, you're gonna get like schooled, you know, against a team like this.
No, step one's being the Pacers, but
facts. I wanted to ask you. I saw a short on this, and people were talking about like the best perimeter defender in the NBA, and there was like Dyson Daniels.
It's Alex Caruso.
Okay, I was gonna say Dort or Caruso, but it has to.
It's so insane. We're gonna talk about the whole defensive team.
In the war.
Let me name you real quick. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Chet Holmgren, Jalen Williams, Alex Caruso, Lou Dort, Kaysen Wallace.
Isaiah Hartenstein.
I'd hold off on. He's a great defender, but I'd say those 6 people had genuine cases for all defensive team this season. Like actual, they could have been on the all defensive team, and no one would have batted an eye.
Yeah.
Like SG is bordering that, but I still would consider him for it. Like he got votes for it. Like it is insane. And Isaiah Hartenstein is an incredible defender as well. Like don't get me wrong, Isaiah Joe, he's struggled defensively, and he's been unplayable a little bit at times because they attack him, but like. Goddamn, they take off Isaiah Joe and put on Aaron Wiggins. Like, you know what I mean? This team's so goddamn deep. It's crazy.
One thing I wanted to mention, the Wolves had that one game where everyone went off except Anthony Edwards. And that was just like, you got everything you wanted from that game. Yeah. You know?
It was, well, no. Anthony Edwards was crazy in that game.
No, the game that they lost.
Oh, that they lost? Oh, yeah, facts. Oh, the game 4.
DiVincenzo went off.
Facts, yeah, game 4. Alexander Walker. McDaniels was hitting some ridiculous shots, by the way. But yeah, McDaniels really looked bad in that last game. It was so annoying. The what's it called? The big run that OKC had was the Timberwolves forcing and trying so hard to force the ball to Julius Randle.
Yeah.
Dude,
Julius Randle had some good games.
A mismatch is not a mismatch against the OKC Thunder. It is not a mismatch. Having goddamn Alex Caruso guarding your big man is not a mismatch. Yeah, you can't just force it. You still have to just play like as if he's being guarded by a 7-foot center. Yeah. That like you cannot just see that and be like Julius Randle taller. He should be able to beat him because he's not going to.
Yeah, he's not.
People they're attacking. The Nuggets did the same thing in Game 7. Dude, Caruso's turned you over 20 times. Why are you still going to Jokic when he's being guarded by Alex Caruso?
And it's crazy, like going back to the Denver series. Like we're like, the Denver, but they were the team that held the greatest fight against this OKC team.
And Nickeil Alexander-Walker has played Shai Gilgeous-Alexander really well in the past defensively. He was.
If you didn't know, they're cousins.
Yeah.
If you didn't know,
listen, bro, and we'll talk about this afterwards. I have some beef with the goddamn ESPN broadcast, bro. This is actually
Germany. I don't know much about
because I'm not gonna
finish your point.
My point was Nickeil Alexander-Walker. He did not look like the defensive demon he has in the past.
Against his cousin
Shai. Like with Jaden McDaniels, teammate of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's cousin. He did not look. It's just defensively, man. They could not stop the OKC Thunder, bro. Chet's starting to hit his threes now, which is scary. Because this has been a Thunder team that's been struggling from the 3, by the way. Mm-hmm. Imagine when their 3 starts falling. They will genuinely be unbeatable.
Yeah.
And their 3 has been falling.
Bro, and I'm gonna sound like a hater, but I'm loving the parity of the NBA. Like I love that in the last 7 years we've had 7 different champions.
Oh, I love that so much.
But if there's a team that can go back to back, and obviously they have to do it this year too, it's going to be OKC. We made that video that they're in the next dynasty, and they have all the tools.
They actually are.
Chat, this is the worst they're going to be.
They have the ability to bring back these players as well. Like
they have the ability to trade.
At most, the only person that they could lose is Isaiah Hartenstein. And even that he's on contract. They could trade him for like a goddamn Giannis Antetokounmpo if they want to. They have every pick in the world. Mm-hmm. This team is like
it's scary.
It is built for success now and in the future, like crazy. Yeah. And you look back, man, and I love the hypothetical of like what is going to be the Alex Caruso trade of the upcoming season. I saw a couple people say Herb Jones. I saw some people say Derek White. The fact that they got him for Josh Giddey, great player, Josh Giddey.
Yeah, but who was like damaged goods for them?
Yeah, and he was the exact. The Thunder went after players that they needed, man. They needed rebounding and they needed a big man presence. They got Isaiah Hartenstein. They needed another gritty defender. They needed a reliable 3-and-D player. They got Alex Caruso. Yeah, and I think more teams need to do this, bro. Like, look for fit over talent.
Yeah,
if you know what I mean, like. What's it called? Your Golden State Warriors should be looking for a big man in this offseason instead of like the most talented player. They just because they need a big desperately. Like it's going for fit is so goddamn important.
So important.
And they've realized
one thing to mention about the Minnesota Timberwolves' one win against the OKC Thunder. Yeah. They played so good defensively where they decided, you know what? We're going to make Shai shoot threes. Mm-hmm. He's not really known for his 3-point shooting, and it worked, but then
They went away from it though.
They did. They went away from it. And
Jaden McDaniels was going under the screen every time, allowing him to shoot. But like, what's it called? In the next game, he started going over the screens again. And also, another thing that pissed me off, by the way, was like they gave Shea so much room when they were guarding him face up. There were so many times where Shea was just dribbling at the top of the key, and he was like, "Well, I have a lot of room to shoot. Why don't I just shoot it?" Like you want him to shoot the three, but you can't just leave him open, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they were
he's
so
not
worried.
a negative 3-point shooter.
They were so worried about him driving and getting to his spot that they were just playing him down low and just giving him a straight up three. And it was always like a late contest, like a half ass, like hand up. It won't impact him at all. Like
what's next for the Timberwolves? Because like honestly,
this was, I will say,
I want. We were talking about this when you were trying to figure out your You Suck Player of the Week. So who is your You Suck Player of the Week?
My You Suck Player of the Week. I should have mentioned it when it was earlier. It was Mikal Bridges actually.
Really?
And mainly because these plays keep coming up to me. He takes some ill-advised shots.
Yes, bro. Oh
like,
my god.
And the
Game
four,
like
he had
threes.
three fade away in the corner contested threes. Like maybe take a back, and they had a chance to come back. They were on a run.
Yeah.
And he takes one. They get the offensive rebound.
He takes another one straight away.
And he takes another one straight away. But yeah, another player I would have thought of, Naz Reid or Jaden McDaniels.
Rudy Gobert too.
Rudy Gobert. But I think they had
one thing about Rudy, bro. You're 7'9", bro. Like just catch the ball and dunk it, bro.
Rudy Gobert's
like
hands
they're
so
like
on and off.
allowing you to like they're not even scared.
Yeah, no,
like
literally.
genuinely. It's like what's next for the Wolves? Because like Randall looked amazing, but he looked terrible in this series.
I will say I don't think it's like as pressing of a time for the Wolves right now.
Yeah,
I considered this year as a transition year for them,
and they went to the Western
and
Conference.
they went to the Western Conference. So I see it as a success.
Yeah,
honestly.
I don't think you can take anything negative from this series because you versed a team that outmatched you, out talented you. Like you were supposed to lose this series.
Listen, Julius Randle cannot be the second scoring option on a championship team. I think it's just straight up. And then there's some players I just like that.
They need to find a point guard.
Yeah, Mike Conley's not it. They tried going Rob Dillingham and like the developmental route, but like I feel like he's just so far away from helping them. I feel like he's just so far away from helping them. So maybe they go after a point guard. Maybe they go after Drew Holiday. Maybe they go after Kevin Durant. You know, what I mean, I saw him being linked to them a lot.
But who's in the trade? Like who?
Julius Randle. They have all their picks.
Yeah,
like
true.
Do
they know?
Oh no, because they got Rudy Gobert.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah.
So I don't know how.
But I mean,
unless you're giving up Rob.
Yeah, you give up some young players. There's definitely a framework to make it work. Like, you know what I mean? I think KD would like playing in Minnesota. To be completely
Ant
honest,
definitely wants him.
Yeah, and you need that
98% that KD will not be a Sun.
Yeah, no, he's off that team. Yeah. There's actually
Brian Windhorst.
If somehow, some way, KD is on the Phoenix Suns, I will not watch a single Phoenix Suns game next season. Okay, that team is genuine poverty. But moving on, like
we're gonna do our finals preview, obviously. But do you have any like just
thoughts about the Thunder overall?
Yeah, like do you have them winning it all?
I think it's so like this is a championship team.
Yeah,
they have the question marks where Chet and we talked about our X factors. Chet and J-Dub, can they score? Can they be? And
J-Dub has shut all that up. Like J-Dub he has been bad so games.
Incredible, and defensively he's been ridiculous.
Yeah,
he's been a true second option on the championship team. I just don't see either team beating them.
Yeah,
I said the Wolves are the last chance, and they got absolutely destroyed. So
I feel like my Warriors have done better.
There is no, but better or worse, the OKC Thunder find a way to win, man. Yeah. And they've shut up the talks about the clutch time. They won a bunch of clutch time games.
And another thing is, there's no experience tied because like there's no teams. With
people keep talking about this is a young team. The experience is gonna flaunt them. Fam, they had it last year.
Yeah,
they've been in the play-in. They've been in the playoffs.
So BS.
It's BS, bro. This is an experienced team. They've been through it, and now it's about the experience. You could say, inexperience in the finals. The Knicks and Pacers ain't got that.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's just Pascal Siakam. You know what I mean? That's it. Like that. If the Indiana Pacers make it, it's just Pascal Siakam who's been in the finals. Like
Brunson has some with the Mavs.
He was not on the Mavs finals.
No, not in the Mavs finals. But I'm saying.
But in the playoff. No, I'm talking strictly finals.
Yeah.
Like OG didn't play. You know what I mean? Like it's just Siakam.
Yeah.
Like it's actually just Siakam, but it's gonna be interesting. I just want them to be close games. But I don't think either team has a chance, man. It's so ridiculous.
I just hope it's a long series, like some series like last year, and then in 5 or 6.
5.
Yeah, something like every game was a blowout.
Yeah.
Like
3-0 lead for Boston. Like it was.
That's why part of me wanted the Wolves because like bro, Wolves Knicks finals.
Yeah, storylines. It would have cooked like
generational.
And
but yo, this this Indiana and Knicks series has probably been the best.
Indiana has proven me wrong all playoffs round.
Yeah,
like I will say that. And if they somehow come out there and actually even give a challenge to OKC, I will put like so much more respect on them, and like they will be a definite team to look out for next season. But this is like when you get this far, man, this is like it's an opportunity, bro.
Yeah.
It's right there. The OKC Thunder are 4 wins away from you know how many goddamn 4-game winning streaks they went on this season, and they're one of those away from a damn from an NBA championship. The Indiana Pacers are technically 5. They're 5 wins away from an NBA championship.
Yeah.
Knicks are 6 games away. Like these are it becomes such small numbers.
And
from 16 wins away to now these like it's right there, bro.
Yeah.
You can feel it. Like,
and another thing to mention about the OKC Thunder is if you are not scoring against them, that probably means that you're turning the ball over, which means that they're getting easy.
If you will not win the game if you are turning the ball over. That's number one. You cannot. First of all, if you are not like, let's say when you're posting someone up, if you have not moved them to the paint within 2 seconds, that ball should be passed out.
Yeah,
because they have forced on weak side. They have forced so many steals, and the rest are letting it through, bro. As much as it's stupid, or if you want to call it stupid, whatever, as much as teams will hate on it, they have built a defensive identity, and that is in the refs' minds that they are a gritty defensive team. Whether you like it or not, it's a true fact. It happens with players as well. They will get away with more than you.
Yeah, like Draymond Green, for example. You know?
Literally, yeah. There are players that can get away with more. And you cannot complain about the foul. Just got to take it play by play. And you got to play as gritty as them. You got to play dirty, man.
Yeah.
You got to, you can't let SGA... You got to tell SGA, yo, if you're going to get fouled, if you're going to try and, foul baits, if you're going to do all this stuff, you are going to feel it. It's going to take a toll on your body.
Sure.
So next time he's down the court, he's like, maybe I don't want to try foul. Maybe I should just try getting a normal bucket because it goddamn hurts every time I try it. You know what I mean? That's what you need to do. The Wolves get these ticky-tack fouls on him, man.
Yeah, and that Jaden McDaniels push.
You know what I mean? They bit on everything, and they were crying about it. You think SGA is getting bothered by the goddamn free throw merchant chance? Yeah. You think he's getting bothered by you guys complaining? Smile through it, man. So you gotta frustrate them.
Before we move on to the awards, you did want to talk about the ESPN.
Yeah, it's been dude, TNT has been so goddamn clear. And it's funny because it's the last season of TNT. Yeah. So I'm so nervous about this going forward. And I said this 2 years ago, man, and it's finally getting some traction. Kevin Harlan has been better than Mike Breen. And I feel like it has been, and you are the biggest glazer of Mike Breen of all time. And even you finally accepted to listen. You still haven't accepted it, which I don't think you'll ever accept it. You finally at least listened to me on it. There's a clip that we posted of you.
Yeah.
Of me being hot take Kevin Harlan's better. And you went, no, that's ridiculous. I got flamed in the comment section for it. Brother, watch one of the games.
No, I have.
Even his bangs don't hit the same.
Yeah,
even his puts it in don't he goes, puts it in. Bang,
there was one
bang.
of the videos I sent you. I don't know.
Versus Kevin Harlan. Kevin Harlan's hype because he sounds like an NBA fan. He's actually getting hyped about the game. Yeah. He's intense. He's into it. Versus Mike Breen, he's sort of coasting through it.
Yo, have you seen the college basketball of Kevin Harlan?
He's nuts. Yeah. He's ridiculous, dude. He's a fan, man. I feel like
Mike Breen's a fan too, though.
Of course, I'm not doubting that they love the game of basketball. It comes through better with Kevin Harlan. And I will say to help him out a little bit, Mike Breen has had a a
worse cast.
Yeah, a worse supporting cast than Kevin Harlan. So it goes on to him. Doris Burke sucks. And I've said this for the longest of time. I don't care if anyone calls me sexist anymore, bro. She freaking sucks, bro. She has been ridiculous, man.
She's been terrible.
What is I saw a clip of from the 2018 finals or whatever it was of Mark Jackson being like,
Yeah,
LeBron
mama.
James puts it in, mama.
Mama.
There goes to Doris Burke being like, I'm no historian, but I know the French and German have had beef. Bonjour. Like, bro, what are you doing? Just shut up. You know what I mean? It's so
that clip had me.
it is so
dying.
like bad. And she's the whole cousin thing. She keeps repeating it.
Richard Jefferson hasn't been terrible.
The whole like, why are you saying? And there's a reason they call him a free throw merchant. Like, what are you doing, bro? It's ridiculous.
It's just like L ball knowledge.
It's cringe.
Like low key last year when they had JJ Redick with Mike Green, that was a good.
JJ Redick was good.
He was really good.
Doc Rivers sucked, but that's just because his
Yeah.
voice is ashy.
Yeah.
Yeah. He ain't got a voice for commentary, man.
Like
I'm sorry,
low
Doc,
key,
but
you need. I think the perfect recipe is you need a former player,
yeah.
right, who can analyze the game.
Richard Jefferson.
Yeah, he's there.
He hasn't been bad. Richard Jefferson.
Yeah, he's been good. I actually like. I think it's Doris Burke mainly, and like you need like a coach.
You have to hate on Mike Green a little bit. He has not been.
Yeah,
hyped.
he's not been the same either.
They had a couple, like, I'd say two close games in a series, and both of them I wasn't feeling. Like, I wasn't into the game. You know what I mean? Even down the stretch, like I want
to rewatch those clutch
commentators
moments.
get you into the game. I'm seeing Kevin Harlan be like, Neesmith hits another three. I'm like, yo, holy.
Yeah.
I'm hearing Mike Green go bang. I'm like, oh, cool. You know, like it's a commentator that goes, dude, you can't tell me the bangs hit the same.
I want to rewatch the bangs, and I'll get back.
It's just like a half-ass.
I want to see the
bang.
final.
You could tell he's clip farming. He's just trying to get his saying out there, man. Like, that's it. Like, Kevin Harlan, his goods are genuinely from the soul, bro. Let's him be like, holy, you know what I mean?
What's Kevin Harlan's go-to?
God, that's it.
Good, yeah.
That's it. Like, you know what I mean? That's just him going hype.
No,
man.
this TNT
Because
crew,
goods you can't force. It's not a phrase. Like, his goods, he doesn't just say good. It's when someone's just doing something so ridiculous that he has nothing else to say but that. Like, it just comes out. Like, Kevin Harlan is better than Mike Green now, and we have to come to facts.
We'll see.
All time you can say Mike Green. That's fine.
Let's finish. Let the playoffs finish, and after these NBA finals, I will let you know.
Okay.
Because I've been locked.
Last NBA Finals, Mike Green was not very good either, and it's coming out now for some reason. Like, he's been like this for a couple of years now.
Yeah, I really hope. Like, I don't understand why you fire Mark Jackson.
Yeah, and Jeff Van Gundy.
Like, that is ridiculous to me.
Yeah.
You had such a good crew.
Yeah.
Like, mama, there goes that man.
Yeah, and
Like,
Jeff Van Gundy was like the coaching and like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's like the Stan Van Gundy role.
Yeah.
And one thing I want to say, I was not a huge fan of Stan Van Gundy because I feel like he just
Stan Van Gundy's funnier. I never remembered, or I never thought that he was. What's the word? I can't think of it. I've never thought of him as like a funny announcer.
A
like,
goof, a comedy.
He's funny, man. I found myself laughing.
Like, I low key did not really like when I'm like, Van Gundy again.
You wanna know something?
But one thing, like, he analyzes the game really well. Like, like, he'll give his flowers where he has to give it, but he'll also give his, like, what's the word? Not concerns, but like his feedback. Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Criticism.
Yeah, facts. I will say I've seen Knicks fans complain about Reggie Miller's commentary. I've had no problem with it.
Yeah,
I think it's been good.
Like, even when the choke signal, like, I feel like he hasn't really
that would have been the perfect time for him to go crazy. Oh my God, he's doing my thing. Yeah. He was just neutral.
Yeah,
like, my God, Tyrese Halliburton. That's what I said. Like, you know what I mean? He's been super neutral in my opinion.
I really hope.
And also, like, what's it called? the Knicks fans are complaining about this stuff, bro. Mike Green's literally commentating Knicks games, and that's their main, like, you know what I mean?
But he hasn't been doing the.
Well, yeah, because ESPN's Western Conference. But if Knicks make the finals, Mike Green's gonna be commentating.
Yeah.
So I don't know what Knicks fans are on about.
Do you think the ESPN fires Doris Burke?
No, that they love her for some
Bro,
reason.
you don't even have to fire. Just move her to, like, the second tier of games, bro. Please.
Move her to NBA. Demote her to NBA TV,
like, bring
bro.
freaking Malone. Mike Malone, bro.
Mike Malone.
I was gonna say Mark Malone. I don't know why that came to my mind.
I wonder what Mike Malone would be like on commentary.
He was on the.
No, he's doing. I know he's doing
it,
but like he was more of like a pundit, I guess.
Imagine Stephen A. Smith on the thing.
Man, that would piss me off so easily. Because he's a hot take merchant.
Yeah,
like, that's what he does. It's cool.
What other coaches got fired that you can see?
That I can see doing this? Literally just Right now, it's what's gonna find Mike Malone and Taylor Jenkins, but they gonna get head coaching opportunities, man. Like there's gonna be a team that's out there for them. So.
I was so happy for JJ Redick to be the Lakers coach, but damn, I miss his content.
Yeah, he was great on
his
commentary.
podcasting. He was such a W.
Bring him back. Bring him back. No, he actually can't now. Like especially as a Lakers head coach, he can't podcast. Like it's bad, man. It would be so.
Now we have like Steve Nash with like LeBron James, bro.
Yeah, no, Steve Nash isn't bad.
He just doesn't like. He's not a good host because he's never done it, you know. And even like he's like, LeBron, you have a lot of balls for bringing me on. That's like a first time, with no experience in this game. Honestly, screw it. Bring Steve Nash to the ESPN crew, bro. Yeah, anything would help at this point.
No, it's.
I mean, maybe like with like TNT losing their rights, some people don't really want to. Some people will leave Turner and join ESPN.
Yeah,
to make this crew better.
No, but Turner's like, I feel the inside the NBA crew is retaining like their contracts are shifting over to because they're gonna be on ESPN next year. So yeah, that's.
But what happens with like Kevin Harlan?
Kevin Harlan, no clue. He'll get a job. He'll get a job.
So he's leaving Turner. Like for example, like
I think
when inside the NBA gets ESPN
or maybe he'll
rights.
work with both. Maybe he'll work with Turner and someone else. Who knows? Like maybe they'll allow him, but. It's what's it called? He doesn't just do the NBA. He does college basketball. He does a bunch of different stuff. Like I saw someone joke like Kevin Harlan commentating F1 would be so hype. Like imagine at the end Kevin Harlan like so someone calls a bitch like God.
He's through. He's through.
Oh, he's taking the lead. He's taking the lead.
We have
Verstappen. Oh my god.
Moving on to awards really quickly. We haven't really mentioned through any. I want to say one thing.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to say one thing. Why the hell do you stop the award ceremony?
Yeah.
And you do this
facts.
like this retarded ass.
Yeah.
Oh, let's announce in the middle of the series.
Yeah. With Shams announcing on Twitter as well.
The stupidest thing ever. You have inside the NBA.
Yeah. Yo, with all due respect, I love the crew. I really don't care for those interviews at all, bro. Like, I actually could not care less. I would much rather it be an awards ceremony where no one knows.
Exactly.
They announce it there, and they give a cool speech.
Bro, like the Kevin Durant speech. Now you have Shea Gilgeous-Alexander coming in freaking street clothes, talking about, like, I'm not, like, trying to diss him, but, like, talking about his wife. And, like, yes, that is so cute and stuff like that. Yeah. I want to see that on a big stage. Yeah, I want to see it on a big stage. Like, I don't want to see him.
I should not have to see that through Twitter, bro.
Exactly. Like, if that means, like, taking, like, a couple days off the thing.
SGA's big moment of the MVP announcement, that video on YouTube, whenever people will look back at the MVP announcement for Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, they will see Charles Barkley saying, yo, who was number 34 on the game the other day? Because he was balling. Talking about Kenrich Williams. You know what I mean? Like, stupid stuff like that.
Yeah,
like there's those small things that piss you off. That stuff like that is one of the things for me.
And honestly, like, as much as I like TNT, I feel like TNT have a lot of things that they can do better, and I'm really excited to see what NBC does next season.
I'm not asking for them to have a filter, but like just like you know what I mean? What do you yeah. Shaq did the same thing with Jokic when he won the MVP. Bro, Jokic wins the MVP. I had Shea Gilgeous-Alexander as my MVP.
Yeah.
He goes, Jokic, congrats. I had Shea Gilgeous-Alexander as my MVP. Just wanted you to let you know that. What are your thoughts on that?
Like, bro, I promise.
What's yours with it? He went, oh yeah, it's your opinion. He had a great year, but you know what I mean? Like it's just so hard. He went, and then he kept going. He's like, no, my love, big man. I just wanted to, man to man. Like, you know what? No one cares who your MVP is, bro. I want to hear what Nikola Jokic has to say about it.
Yeah. Like, bro, like I just feel like it's lost so much aura. Like you had. Like Giannis and like like
also the whole it's separated. Like I have to wait goddamn 20 weeks for the MVP to be announced.
It's like, so dumb. I didn't know why they didn't announce it at the middle of the series.
So late. Like it took 10 years.
But like those iconic photos of like
that the KD speech.
Yeah, Giannis holding the MVP in a suit.
Imagine if instead of that KD like speech, we got goddamn KD talking to Charles Barkley. You know what I mean? Imagine instead of Giannis giving that incredible speech, you got Chuck being like, I thought Embiid was the MVP. You know what I mean? Like
and like they obviously SGA had his moment to give a speech, but it was like it wasn't
that deserved to be nationally televised.
Exactly, it didn't get hit the same. Like also like okay, I don't know if I'm the only one here. But like him wearing street clothes again, like versus if he was wearing like a suit and like how like it's so much like now next thing you're gonna say, you know what? We're not gonna have a draft. You know, screw it. Just announce the picks.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, imagine the goddamn TNT crew just get like a card and they just be like, and the first pick is Cooper Flag, and Shaq goes, oh, I need to see this dude. I thought Dylan Harper should. He shows up on him. Cooper, congratulations. Oh, I thought Dylan Harper should have been the first overall pick. Imagine that. That's that. And Cooper goes, that's your opinion. Like, this shit is so like, oh my god.
Okay, moving on to awards though.
No, literally.
MVP, as we mentioned, Shea. Jokic was in the running, and it was kind of a two-man race.
No issues for me.
No, same thing. I agree. Jokic had an amazing stat line, but what Shea did as like one of the best, the best team in the NBA, close to 70 wins. I think he deserved all the love, averaging like over 30 points, good efficiency. People will call the free throw merchant. I have said sometimes like about maybe he will draw fouls. At the end of the day, that's how you win games, you know? And I'm not a huge fan of it, of some of those like where I'm going to, you know, like those, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. But it's a skill at the end of the day. No really issues for it. I think it was between him and Jokic, and it's kind of funny that he won it. No, not funny. I would say it would have been funny if Jokic won it after he lost Game 7. And bro, I wish they announced it right before Game 7.
No, they should have just done it after Game 7, just giving it to the winner, bro. You know what I mean? I think that's a perfect way to decide it. I used to say...
Nah. You know why? Because we didn't have the TNT crew to...
Yeah, oh my god. We'd have goddamn... Shea wins in a blowout Game 7. Yeah, I thought Jokic deserved MVP. All love to you, Shea, but like, you know what I mean? And then Shea like, dude, we just blew them out by 40.
Imagine Doris Burke was there.
My god.
I know the Canadians don't like the Serbian.
The worst lineup of all time. Shaq, Doris Burke, goddamn freaking Chuck, and like someone else. I don't know. But what's it called? I used to say, literally. I used to say Nikola Jokic was the best player in the world, but Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was the MVP. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is making a case to be the best player in the world.
I think
right now, like it is.
I
because of the defensive side of the ball, bro.
Yes,
he's
like this playoffs. He's been amazing. Mm-hmm. But like it's a regular season award at the end of the day, and Shea was.
I will talk about that later, because I have something to say about them all NBA teams.
Another thing I want to mention though is that like obviously I'm not discrediting, but it's so cool to see like the variance of like when Shea was out versus when Jokic was out. Like I wonder how big of a factor that is for these voters. But I mean, well deserved to Shea.
Because in technicality, most valuable player means how bad would this team look without him. But honestly, it's just the best player in the league award.
Yeah,
like you know what I mean. That's it. Like I think that was the logic for when I know you don't care about the NFL, but that was the logic for Josh Allen winning it over Lamar Jackson. Yeah, because they were like, yo, if Lamar is off the Ravens, they're still at least winning like 9 games. If Josh Allen's off the Bills, we're genuinely like winning 3 games. Yeah, max. Like,
and this breaks the 4-year streak of a center winning it.
Yeah, so which is cool.
Stuff.
Which
but
is super cool.
The foreign, like a non-US player wins it.
We are dominating the NBA, man. We're dominating the NBA.
Do you have any other things to mention about the MVP?
MVP? Nah, but it looks like it's a 3-man race for the next foreseeable future, man.
Giannis,
Jokic.
I mean, Wemby.
Occasionally, Wemby could shift in there. If Embiid could goddamn stay healthy, but I don't think he will ever be healthy for the rest of his career.
Yeah,
especially now with the damn 65-game rule.
Yeah,
which is a travesty. Like for some of them,
I feel like Luka's gonna come back in conversation.
Maybe.
I mean, you see that weight transformation. Damn. I feel like Luka Doncic weight transformation is Ben Simmons 3 offseason.
Nah, literally. Zion has that too as well with the weight. Zion looking healthy this year.
Yeah.
And you fall for it every year.
Yeah, I do. And I'm a fall for it this year again. For both of them.
You told me if it happens again this year, I won't fall for it next year. So you cannot fall for it.
I'm folding.
Do not fold. Do not fold.
Zion was incredible until he wasn't. Anyways, moving on. I'm gonna do all the awards and then all the teams.
Okay.
Or should I do the team all NBA?
Do the awards.
Okay. DPOY, Evan Mobley.
Yeah.
We saw some controversy on this. Dyson Daniels, Draymond Green. Low key, as much as I'm a Draymond fan, it was tough to give my vote to Draymond because the Warriors were a play-in team, and then the Cavs were the best team in the East, you know, and Mobley is the anchor of that defense.
Yeah. Evan Mobley was the rightful defensive player
Yeah,
of the
he
year.
was.
Yeah.
And the only reason Draymond came into conversation, no, nothing to discredit from him, but bro came on his podcast and was like, I'm the defensive player of the year, and all of a sudden,
And
everyone,
it was a stretch at the end of the season, and I'm actually glad Evan Mobley won the defensive player of the year, because I feel like this is a tendency for voters to just forget about everything before the
Yeah.
All-Star break. Like we're just gonna brush past the dominance Evan Mobley showed. On the
yeah,
defensive end.
exactly.
But yeah, the right man won it.
It was cool to see Dyson Daniels get some votes.
Yeah, I'm happy he won an award, and it's
Yes.
funny because goddamn Dyson Daniels could have walked away with 2 awards as a non-playoff team Atlanta Hawk. You know what I mean?
And
Which
as
is insane.
as a throw-in chip,
Yeah.
to the big trade of
Like imagine this happen, right? The Atlanta Hawks don't trade away DeAndre